Hi everyone, I want to say hello. This is the August reset 2022 if you are watching way in the future. August is almost here. I am filming this a bit early. Let's see, today's July 22nd. So it is definitely early, but I have some plans of taking some time off. And the way that this schedule worked out, let's see. So here's July. I am here. I want to get this released here before the weekend. So it's just kind of a week early here. So yeah, and that's also why usually, or in the future, I plan on transferring all of my meal information over, but we are, over a week, 9 days, math, still that I'm still using these. So I went ahead, we picked up our orders this morning, and I just added on, like, since we got more salmon and we have 2 meals worth, I just put the check marks boxes there, and all of our meals are on here. And so I do kind of like, these are our proteins, these are our I just realized I wanted some tofu as a protein. Oh well. Again, that's a whole different conversation about meals. I would like to kind of go into how I do this. I did try filming it once. The app ate my audio. So, and I even wrote to them and they were like, sorry. So, yes, I want to do a meal planning video at some point. But in terms of resetting the month, I'm just adding on when it reaches the 31st. What I'll do is I'll just copy over what we didn't use. And we will be, I think we'll probably go shopping. We're about 2 weeks out. So I think it won't be until here. And that'll only be a few days in. And then maybe that's when I'll do my video on that. We did get paper towels, toilet paper, filled at my gas tank. We both did. No. Yes. And so the hand soap, I know we're not going to buy this month. So I went ahead and transferred that over. In terms of my goals, here's what I wrote down. But originally these weren't, if you remember my last reset, I don't do them officially in here. So I'm going to bring up the planner that I do that in. The theme of sensual and creative, you know how to be a magnet for your desires. It felt pretty good this month. I pull a card for every month at the beginning of the year. And this is not the actual card, but it's this deck, Future Ancestors deck, and that's linked below. But I love that deck so much, and that feels really true. The kind of funny thing is right here is this month's theme. I love how clean this looks right now, but I know it's all gonna get filled in. But anyway, this next month's theme, reminder, drink some water. Your inner child needs you now. I'm having a medical procedure done here. And yes, I'm nervous. And so I'm getting extra support through therapy. I did get a prescription for some anxiety pills just to kind of get myself through it. They're just kind of as I need them. Because I just know I'm not going to be great until after it's done. So like, I will be celebrating afterwards here, and just this, yay, it's done. And yeah, I also won't be, I was thinking about this as I was just going through my monthly goals. I am not going to be filming or doing any podcasts that whole week. I'm not doing it. I think I'm going to look in my work planner and possibly make a video on that today. So I might actually have a video go out this week, possibly this Thursday, about taking time off. I think that'd be kind of fun to kind of see how that works, because I'm trying to wrap my brain around it. But during this week, I won't be filming, so I may not have any content going out this week, because I film and do everything a week ahead, and I do have some things I have stacked up, but I also just need a break. And I know if I stress myself out, it depends how much distraction I need from that. So I was just doing my monthly reflections. By the way, this is my lovely candle. Let's see if I can talk right now. Clarity, and that is linked below as well. Janine makes the best smelling things in the world, so check out her site. My monthly reflections. We got so much cleaned out in the garage. That was really awesome. I got through a ton of medical appointments. We had a bunch of donations go out. Our food plan, we were able to stretch it out another week. I mean, we have a pretty stocked pantry, so I do try to like literally eat into our pantry. My husband got this cabinet for his 3D printer that he has been like really wanting, and got that for super cheap because someone down the street was getting rid of one. I did a great podcast interview with Amy, and I don't know when that will come out, probably a couple months from now. I am lining up people I'm going to be interviewing on my podcast soon. 2 days ago, we got our brakes and tires done. So that is done. So a lot of things like are getting done right now. And I feel like after the procedure, it's like we can totally chill out and mellow out after that. And it works out really well. A lot of people are out during August anyway. So I am, a chance to take a break. Letting things go. It's been a lot easier to let things go. Doing some lighter meals during the summer. We were doing a lot of like beef and heavier things. And so right now it's been really cool to do a lot of pasta salads and things. Wellness support. I feel like I have a team of people now. I had to reset that probably a couple months ago is when I finally got like a brand new team, like 3 or 4 new people. And I had an ER visit on Valentine's Day. And over the course of the last couple months, have been making sure that what is happening, what I do know, what is happening. And a couple days ago, I finally got okay from since the ER visit. Like, it's been that long to make sure everything's kind of all checked out and good, and got good news on that. So feeling really good about that. My business group is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love everyone in there. It's it's kind of slowly going, which is really good because it feels a lot more foundational. I'm in this business group for a year, and so it started, June and July. So the 2 months so far are in there, and it just feels so good. Our debt payoff is almost arriving. We'll have I think August is our last full car payment, and then we have like a little half payment. And yeah, we're just a couple months away from that. Now my medical procedure is gonna add on to that. So we're just trying to budget that out a bit, but we're really fortunate that almost everything's paid off. So you have to kind of go through it. You kind of have to go, okay, this needs to be done. We need to pay for it. I can't question it any longer. I can't put it off any longer. So I'm still working on my work schedule. I have been trying out new things. I've been pulling back. I used to like write 8 or 9 Instagram posts a week. Sometimes there were videos, sometimes there were other things, but I'd pulled way back on that because it was getting to be too much. And now I'm trying to see, well, what is the right balance? I'm filming some more, I'm doing podcasts still, but it doesn't fit quite right. But I also know that's a lot of the work that I'm doing in my group. I found out that that are not working is that I'm drinking way too less of water. Let's see. I am not drinking enough water. How would I phrase it as that? So it's partly sensory related. It's very hard for me to drink water. It's not that I need flavored water all the time. It's just remembering, and is it cold enough, and I don't know. So that's one of the big things, and integrating some more movement now that medications I'm on are that I feel strong enough to do a lot more movement now. I did not feel that the last 6 months. And so my medication really has helped me go, wait, I am stronger now. So incorporating more movement now. What I learned this month, my brain lies to me. So several times, many times, and this is nothing new, is like I've looked at something, I've checked something, I see it as like, here's the truth. And then later I found out, no, that's not what the facts were. And I'm talking about like orders and numbers and bouncing the checkbook stuff, which I do, like I triple check that, like because I mix up the numbers, because my dyslexia. There are times when I swore I looked at the bank account and I saw a line item in there for that, and then I looked back and it was not there. And that's okay. I understand that part of my brain that is like processing it and it's not registering right. And so that's why I have so many checks in place, that not written checks, but like mental checks of checking back in on things and going, okay, did I remember the time of the appointment correctly? Did I remember to put in all of the transactions and everything? And I just have to stay super vigilant and go back and recheck. Like even last night, I put in an order for something that I wanted 3 of, and I only got 1. And I'm like, what happened here? And then I looked back and it said the order only had 1. And so I have to accept that my brain was going so fast that it thought there was more than 1 there. I looked back over the order 2 more times, thought we were okay. And there was just 1. And that's just what happens. So giving myself grace on that. Giving away lots of stuff is worth it. My brain is now doing much better with giving lots of things away. We actually have right on our doorstep right now some items that I posted on Buy Nothing, and she's going to swing by soon. And I kept thinking of those items going, I remember when I used these. I remember the joy that I had using them and the people I hung out with. Could I have that again? And I'm like, no, I have not used them in 5 years. 4 years? So 4 years. And I don't have any plans to use them. So it was really important to kind of remember that. Body is stronger now. Body needs way more water. And slow plan. Slow plan. I don't know what slow plan means. I think wow. I don't know why I wrote slow plan. Again, my brain was going so fast, I might have missed a word in there. I think a slower business plan of like, I think that's what it was, that I could do it slower. So adjustments next month, more walks, keep checking in on things. Our food plan is extended out about a couple weeks, but I still want to kind of keep that in place through August. What am I most grateful right now? Getting things done, just getting a lot of really hard things that we kind of put off, but just making the appointments and showing up. Getting our budgets balanced. The new doctor is awesome. Feel really good about things that way for my procedure coming up. I really needed to trust the person who was going to be doing this, and I feel really good about it. Things that I want to nurture, again, food plan, time off plan, as I was talking about, easier schedule, and then I want to get my son oriented for back in school, and usually that takes a couple weeks. So he goes back, I think September 8th, and so we usually have to count back a couple weeks. We did last year, where we would cut back his wake time by like 15 minutes every day or a few days. He's getting up pretty early. I'm kind of amazed. Most of the summer he hasn't been sleeping in very, like, he'll be up by 8. Sometimes he wakes up at 6:30, like, and he's a total night owl like us. Like, if he's getting tuckered out, he will sleep in until past 10. But yeah, we'll see. I think we're planning some more walks with him too, so that really helps him usually. So moving forward, for next month is moving forward, because I feel like after we get through the first week, we really will feel like we're just moving forward with so many things. Celebrating and feeling like we have this firm foundation under us of like momentum going forward. So a pretty solid 8 for this month. And I forgot to in my last plan with me, so I just put this one together for the last week. But I forgot to go over these goals. So going into August, yeah, a lot of this kind of covered what I just talked about. Taking actual time off, plan food ahead, plan work ahead, and reaching out to new audiences. So feelings of being scared and nervous, but also happy, you know, like I'll own it and put some happiness here because we are doing some amazing things. Yeah, so if we look back at these, I'm now going to go back to where these came from. So this is, I normally just copy those into my Makselife here, but I usually use this planner instead because it's smaller and it has like monthly and weekly like right next to each other. So this was this last month, and this had my theme, and then I wrote a little bit about it of really tuning into my senses. This is where I planned my monthly and then transferred it into the Makselife that's sitting over here. So thinking back on my goals, these were the weekly things, and as you've probably heard about, my spiritualness, I guess, of flow, I like to like invite that into other areas of my life. And I feel like that really helped. It's, to me, this flow just means intention. Am I inviting attention and intuition into these areas of my life? Am I inviting like being very present with my health needs right now, very present with my business needs right now? And like up here, it was more about my personal needs. So if we go through these, I've definitely been filming in different ways. I have been playing more music in the mornings. This I couldn't do though. So we have a service that cleans out our backyard because it's a lot of work, and they have not come yet. It's kind of up to when they get to come. I might have to call them and check in, because usually it's the beginning of July that they're on it, and they have not started things. So that really kept us also from hanging out as much back there, and also we don't have access to cleaning our windows in the back. There's all these like prickly bushes right next to our back windows, and we just literally can't get to them to clean them. So it's just kind of keeping us from doing that. But with everything else that we've been doing and trying to get done, like, that's a very small thing. I have to think of like how big of a priority is that. I did start switching my name. It was mainly on Instagram. I'm trying to create more of an umbrella type branding, because I'm like doing planning videos, I'm doing organizing videos, but I'm also doing podcasts. I'm also doing Instagram stuff. And so it's kind of all over the place. So I was gathering everything under my name, and I started that process. You have to wait like 2 weeks for the handle to change. So I'm just kind of waiting. So I did initiate that, and hopefully in the next few days I have the 2-week mark scheduled. So I know. Been doing stuff in the group. There was one group thing I missed, and so it feels really good to be back in there. I haven't tended to my offers yet because I needed some more information, and that's okay. I wasn't ready to do that yet, and I'm still experimenting. So the social plan I've been like working on, but it doesn't feel quite right. Still playing around with it. So still been journaling a lot. All of these, we've been trying new recipes, definitely. One of them we just made up because that's all we had around, and it turned out really good. Inviting a lot of flow, staying on budget, doing a lot of buy nothing. We did a lot of donations too. I'm just going to put that here. Because yes, we had a big garage clean out, and then every weekend since then we've been doing a little bit more, and in an upcoming Tidy you'll be able to see a little bit more of that. So a lot going on. I'm gonna leave this ribbon here so that when I go to the next month here of August. So this is August. We have a full moon here, new moon here. So this is, so in next week, so up here on the 28th, there is a new moon in Leo, then a full moon Aquarius, and then I want to say new moon in Virgo. Do I have that correct? Do I have that correct? Well, you know what? You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. I am not good at recognizing all of these symbols, all the zodiac symbols yet. You'd think I would, being a visual person, but still working on it. So this is where I actually do my reset. And I'm going to first, these are still dirty, and that's okay. I got much bigger priorities going on right now. And first I like to put these in order. I use the Makselife categories and colors, since I use their planner, and then I extend it back over here into this is the Magic of I planner, and so I put them in order of that. So I'll just get these all down and think about August. I can't believe it's August coming up here. I mean, we're still in July, but it's I don't know, to me it means fall is coming after that. We've had such a mild, this one next? Yeah. Such a mild summer where I know so many other people haven't. And so we'll see how when I looked ahead a month, it looked like, hello, little fly. It looked like it was going to have 1 week of hot this coming week, and then we were going to chill down back to like 70s, like high 70s. That's where we've been. And every once in a while, the Pacific Northwest gets this. Whoop. And I just am really thankful, because I don't take heat well, and we don't have air conditioning. And we have a little air conditioner, but we don't have air conditioning. Okay, so this is how I prep to do my monthly goals. And so right here, let's see, I think you can still see there. So in terms of monthly goals, let me flip back to last month. So I definitely, I'm hoping our backyard will be done soon. So I can take pictures, I can do some filming out there. I love it when it's all cleaned up. And music will just feel really good as like fun things to do. Photography. And then I play Magic the Gathering on Arena online, and that's one of the things I do every day for fun. It's have some coffee, play that, and then get to work. Let's see. In terms of work, I'll go ahead and turn. So I'm really going to be working on name, and then this umbrella, kind of a site and kind of theme of things. And this will be the big one here, time off for there. And so there'll be less work, and then a work schedule. I feel like I need to go back to those basics. And then therapy and journaling for relationships. Yeah, so water. Oh, did I mix these up? I did. The health one should be on top. That's okay. Water. And then movement. And for flow, I'm going to like invite it into here. And here, I think, because a lot of the health stuff, I was really putting a lot of intentionality into health stuff last month. I get through the procedure and then I'm going to feel a lot better. And then budgeting. I need to update our online budgeter. But like everything's planned out, I just need to update some numbers in there. And procedure costs. Procedure, yeah. Now, I already know, I got some estimates, so I know about how much it is, but it's then, once those are actually paying them off, and then, yeah, it's just making sure those are covered there. And then more buy nothing stuff. Buy nothing, just giving things away. I mean, it's so much better. I go in there and we did like this massive sweep. We built shelves in there that we got from my really good friend. Thank you. You know who you are. And then we kind of worked from the back of the garage out. And so like if you go in there and go to the left, which is towards the back, it's like, oh, it's like amazing right now. And then you turn and there's still some piles. But there's like a pile of trash, like trash that won't fit in our trash. But if you put out little tags, we get 4 tags a year. We can put out some extra big things. And there is, I was going to put water here. Windows. Because I think once the backyard's cleaned out, we can do windows. But there's like, we had like a small chest freezer that unexpectedly died. We tried to get it fixed. We really did want to just get it fixed, even if it was like the same amount as a new freezer, but they couldn't fix it. So we're going to take it to a recycle place. They do have some ones there, I think, that you can buy that are used that we might look into, or looking at food planning once a week, once every 2 weeks. Usually I do these like massive 3 weeks, and I try to fit everything into our tiny little freezer in our fridge. And it may be just that we don't have a chest freezer. Because honestly, actually, if I think about how everything's set up in there right now, we don't have room. So there we go. We just recycle what we have and move forward. And so in terms of the first week of August, we're going to get through the procedure and time off. I'm just doing these kind of like really simply. I want to listen to some music, play some magic, and like chill. Like I can see this so clearly of just like, I need time away. So bringing flow into getting this done and having just some relaxation. Hello, little fly. I know you came in on some plants, so need to tend to those. And then it's just group work and name. The group work is a lot of like watching videos. So that's why and like maybe writing some notes and things like that. So that I can do during this week that won't be like crazy. And then just keeping everything balanced. Balance the checkbook. Journal. And take pills if I'm feeling a lot of anxiety. And then, yeah, I think we'll take a break on anything. There's a couple buy nothing things that I might just take a picture and post, and that's it. So that's kind of how I'm planning for the next month. This week I will have a plan with me on this, so I'll just copy this over when it's time. I think I'm going to journal a little bit right here. I don't have anything top of mind that I want to write down. But then these, I can now, I bring them here. Let's see. So August. And then I'll just copy these over real quick. These are nice and short and sweet. So there's many times when these are a lot longer. Music. And I did talk about how when I transfer these over, sometimes I realize they're too much and I can adjust at that time, because when I see them as a list, it's nice to see that they're short this way, but then when I see them vertically this way, sometimes it's like, whoa, what were you thinking? Because a one-word task on here could mean 10 things. Like, just because you put one word doesn't mean that it's easy at all. It just depends how you're breaking it down per the words that are here. So yeah, see, this one's on top and then this one. That's okay. That's okay. We work with it. Water and movement. I like how these kind of simplified after, like, I can see after all this doctor stuff that I can then just focus on a much smaller thing. And I want to thank my primary doctor for that. My previous doctor who I tried, so in the last year, I've probably seen 3 different doctors. The first one I went back to and I realized she just wasn't a good fit for me. She had just different beliefs in health-wise that I do. And I was like, oh, this is why we haven't gotten anywhere with everything. Just my personal connection. And then the next person, I'm like, okay, you can be my primary care person. And she left after 2 months. I would have appreciated knowing that she was about out the door, but that led me to the third doctor who I absolutely love. My second doctor there was going to be like, okay, let's just tackle one thing at a time. And I was like, yeah, I'm easily overwhelmed. This is probably a good thing. But things were moving so slowly. And I have been moving so slowly on all these things for a long time. So when I went to the third doctor here, she's like, okay, let's just line all these up. Let's get these tests done and then go see specialists. I was seeing multiple specialists, but I loved how she just like really, there were so many tests that were lined up. So when I sat down with the specialist, they had all the information right there and could make a decision right then and there. And I feel like a lot is also out of the way. So now we are only focusing that on what my next procedure is. And like, that's the whole focus. And I don't have to worry about previous stuff. And I didn't realize that that would work for me. And it does. So I was kind of amazed to kind of balance all these different things and get through that. But it ended up being the best thing, because after the procedure and I get some support and medication after that, I'll just have like that to focus on, and increasing stamina and drinking water and, food planning, which I'm already kind of doing anyway, but just kind of ramping that up, knowing that new medications are on the way that will help all of that. So I hope that makes sense. See, my brain got a little ahead here. I have a very fast brain. Procedure costs. And the reason why I do write them in both is because a lot of times I'm only referencing this, and this is what I journal in every night. So having them in both spots really does help. And then hopefully we'll get to clean the windows because we'll be able to. I think, let's see if I just rest this on top of here. I think that's it. This will be, as I said, this is where I'll write that first week right under there. Everything will go right here. I think I just need to write out a little bit more of the meal plan I have. If I look at what I did right here when we went shopping, this was like a little quick shopping list, but we do have some meals here that I will, they kind of kept running down here, so I just need to write these in here, but it kind of depends on the day of the week and stuff. And yeah, and hopefully I can do a food planning video soon. So I think that's it for the monthly reset. And my inner child needs me right now because I'm a little scared. And that's okay. Who knew at the beginning when I picked this card that that's where I would need it here. Yeah, I feel like I'm like leaving something out, but that is it. I went over this. So yeah, that's it. So I hope you have a great August. I hope that you're taking some time off as well, because I feel like a lot of times we just get into the being comfortable in our routines, and it can make it feel like, well, if I don't have that routine, I don't feel steady anymore. I don't feel like I'm being productive. I don't, like, what do I lean on? And it's rest. It's rest and taking time for you, and it's so important to clear your mind. And I'm just going to take advantage of that and just take some time off. And it could, bleed down into this week as well. Although I have a couple little appointments there, but it's a dentist appointment. Like, there were so many other health appointments going on. That's a tiny thing. Okay, so have a great August. September is going to be really interesting because my son will be back in school for the first time. And that's what's really going to blow my mind. So when I do the next reset, my brain's going to be like, whoa. I mean, I will have gotten through so many things here, but I need this calm before we jump into the next school year. Okay. Enjoy, everybody. Take care. Stay cool if you can. And until next time. Bye.